Alright, so we're just going to quickly go through these descriptive statistics. I've already listed out what you need to calculate here. So your mean is your average of all your numbers here. Your mean, remember, is if you added all these numbers together and then divided by how many values you have, which is 20. So you can drag this across to copy your formula. Your n is your sample size. So it's your count, I can't type apparently, of the participants you have. And hit enter. This may seem like it's obvious to you, like, well, clearly we have 20 participants, blah, blah, blah. But if you were in a situation where you had a cohort of like 2,500 people, inevitably you'll have people that fall off after your intervention, so people that you just can't follow up with, or people who don't do what you ask them to do. Like, for example, if you wanted people to eat a certain way or exercise a certain amount of days a week and they didn't do it, then you wouldn't have the post-intervention data. They would have to be removed, so your count would be different across the board. Your standard deviation is the measure of spread of your data. So when we look here, we can see, that our standard deviation will probably be pretty small, but let's take a look. Standard deviation of our sample. Sorry if you hear shaking and thumping in the background. That's definitely my dog. All right, and then you'll drag this across. Your standard error of the mean is the approximate standard deviation of your sample. So it tells you, it measures the accuracy of your sample mean versus your population mean, which I think is pretty cool, but maybe I am just a nerd. So you will take your standard deviation, so that is located in cell B24, and then you're going to divide that by the square root of your sample size, which is B23. Remember your parentheses, friends. And that lines up. So just click this, drag it across, it copies your formula. Just so we are consistent with the other page here, we're just going to decrease these to 3 decimal points. Let's double check and make sure that our formulas or our outcomes are similar. And it looks good. So we can move on from here.